I know many of you, if you think about just different opportunities, different business opportunities, different ways of generating income, we've come in contact with this thing called network marketing. And so when we think about network marketing, there's a lot of pros and cons to this thinking process because we are always looking for ways and opportunities to generate more wealth and income. But we also are trying to make sure that we're getting involved with something that's really real, really, tangible. And so I want to talk a little bit about this, the myth, the legend, network marketing, because this is something that oftentimes, you just don't know how to feel about it. We probably all have had some bad experience related to network marketing, or some friend or someone in our family that was doing this or was doing that, and, trying to convince us about something that they say was going to save the world. But I wanted you to know I've been, around this industry in terms of trying to create something using some of the models that have some things that I think are good, and trying to stay away from some of the things that I don't think are so good. And so I want to share with you some of the things that I've learned and some of the myths, some of the legend, and why I feel that, really today we need a new way of using these types of principles or models to help people generate income in a legitimate, way that is actually serving people. And so we're going to talk about it. And so I want all of you to consider for a minute just the word network marketing, right? So I want to go to my whiteboard for a minute. Network marketing, if we look at this dynamic of these words, basically looking at two different words. So one word is network, and we know a network, this is normally relating to a group of people. And then we have, the whole understanding of what marketing is. And I don't want to get deep into marketing today, but in terms of just, some of the key things we want to understand about marketing is really preparing a potential buyer for the sale. So when you think about it, we're preparing someone for the sale, and sales has to do with overcoming objections, right? So network marketing is really supposed to be, being able to get a group of people, preparing people for the sale. And ultimately you want that, person to buy a particular product or service. Now, here's another term that we often hear, which is MLM. This has almost become a bad word many times, right? Multi-level marketing, right? So when people hear MLM, they think about the term multi-level marketing. And basically, from the standpoint of multi-level marketing, everybody thinks of a pyramid, which we'll talk about a little bit later, right? Where, there's people at the top here, and then it begins to spread out. And, the challenge is people are concerned that the people at the top, are the ones who benefit the most, right? And you have this whole thing. So sometimes people will even ask the question, you talk to them about a business opportunity and say, is this a pyramid? People will even ask you that question, like just straight up, is this a pyramid? And what they really mean is this something that, that is one of those schemes in which people give a lot, but don't make a lot. They're not able to benefit from it. And so, a lot of, I'm sure somewhere some of you have been, seen where you've been surrounded by a friend or a family member or someone that you just met, and they're telling you about something that was related to some wellness product, health product, some drink, some, specific service, and telling you how you can make money from it. And this has also created, a lot of challenge and some of the bad connotation. I want you to think for a minute about the fact that however old you are, that's how long you've been involved with network marketing, right? That's how long you've been involved with network marketing. And the reason is almost all of us have always told a network of people about something that some product or service, and those people ended up going to, try it out. Also, somebody has done that to us. I mean, it's just a part of life. I mean, when, someone watches a movie or a show, they tell somebody about it, right? And that person ends up, going to watch it. Someone will tell you about a specific product they're using for beauty that's helping them with their skin. Someone will tell you about something that's helping them lose weight. Something that's telling you about a good restaurant. Like, network marketing is everywhere, right? So we're going to talk about the difference between network marketing and then, the model and some of the issues around it. Let me go to the whiteboard for a minute. Think about when you first heard about Facebook. Now, when we think about Facebook, think about this. First of all, I said when you heard about Facebook. So most of the time you heard about something from someone else, right? Network marketing. And then what did Facebook do? Facebook said, connect with your friends. And they had an algorithm that from you agreeing to do that, then went out and connected, right, with all of your friends, in an amazing way. And instantly, all of these friends were connected. And there was this whole network that began to be created, right? And so everyone on social media kind of builds their tribe and their network of people they know, while Facebook, on the other hand, begins to go to advertisers, right, and tell those advertisers, basically, I can get you access to all of these people, right? In exchange, the advertiser has to pay Facebook a certain amount of money, and these individuals, these advertisers, are hoping to get customers coming to their business, or whether that's branding. So, and you'll notice that the people at the top are the ones who are making the money, right? You still see a pyramid here as it starts off with you, right? And then ventures out to your friends, who then connect to their friends, and it just continues to grow. So is this multi-level marketing, right? Is this network marketing? Is this a pyramid scheme? When we think about a business, we have our CEO, right? Then we've got our executives, right, which is a little bit of a larger group. Then we got our directors. Let's say this gets a larger group, and let's just say we got some managers, right? And this ends up being an even larger group. Then we get to, let's say we've got just some of the other professionals, which there's a lot more of them, and this just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So this is, again, that's true about anything you do business in, because if you don't have it, that means there's no leadership, right? So this is just, you could look at the government, right? So we have the president, and we've got, a cabinet of people who work with the president. And then, let's just say there's all the senates and all of that. And we get down to, all of the, different officials and mayors, and then you get down to the city and all the people in the city. It's the same thing that you start to see, right? You start to see a pyramid beginning to form. So pyramids form not because of a scam. Pyramids form because of leadership. And whenever you have leadership, and then you have things that grow from leadership, it will always look like a pyramid, right? So there's nothing you can point to if it has leadership and then growth. If you're going to grow, you got to have more leaders, and then and it starts to expand, and it starts to look like a pyramid. So, that's a myth that, a pyramid means a scam, right? So that means everything's a scam. So we know that's not the case. But, so we'll come back to that, because there is what's called a pyramid scheme. Now, a pyramid scheme, that is a scam. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. So I want you to think about that and consider for a minute, another thing that sometimes, people, there's some myths that we know that are out there. Let's go deeper into some of the myths, right, that Um, People can make enormous amounts of money overnight. This is a myth, right? There is nothing in any business where people make an enormous amount of money overnight as a standard. Now, I'm not saying you can't have some things that took off or something that happened, but I'm talking about as a standard. And I'm going to talk to you about some things, and why this model is, can be so powerful. But as a standard, you're not going to, just be making money overnight, right? But the legend that we need to understand, we talk about the myth, the legend, is network marketing, right? When you deal with this industry, this is still a multi-billion-dollar industry, right? Multi-billion-dollar. So you can't say people not making enormous amounts of money. There is people making a lot of money, but it is true that the majority of people who get into network marketing do not make money, and many of them lose money. And a lot of that is because of how network marketing is actually done, as well as people getting into network marketing for the wrong reason. When you get into it for the wrong reason, and you have companies that created it for the wrong reason because they were just trying to make money, and they kind of built it in a way that, has a lot of these things in it that makes it difficult to really get ahead, so that people at the top can earn more. Well, then you end up in, where a lot of people don't make a lot of money. But it's not so much that network marketing is the issue. It's the way people, when you do it, and I can say this because I've built, companies using models and things, you can decide how you want your network marketing model to be. So all these people that make these complicated models with all these levels and legs and bonuses that are in all these complicated things, and win a car if you get this and that, and then the second leg can't do this if the third leg does this. It starts to do all these fancy things to kind of hide how the money really moves around, and it stops people from really being able to get ahead. So if you have that, and you've got a person who really just thought they were going to make money overnight, and they got into it for the wrong reason, they're not really trying to do something legitimately, well, that person is going to bow out. A lot of people, and this is true in any business, a lot of people, they didn't fail, they just quit. Right? So when you have that type of mentality, the stats are going to always look horrible, for network marketing, because you got so many people who jumped into it for the wrong reason. You got so many companies who built it the wrong way. But that doesn't mean, because wherever there's a counterfeit, there can also be a real. So we have to understand there's something going on here where you got a multi-billion-dollar industry, but yet you got 99% of the people not making money, right? So something's wrong there with the model. Something's wrong with the intentions, if that's the case. We have to understand, this is why so many people get upset. I would be upset too if you start seeing so many opportunities that just kind of fall through. So, this is something that is really key. What makes something a pyramid scheme? Now, what makes something a pyramid scheme is when someone is selling someone else a business opportunity, not a product, and the majority of the money is made from this person selling a business opportunity, and they rarely are actually selling a real product, right? So we got product A over here, and you're rarely selling that because you can't make a lot of money, right? So you make a little money here, and you make a lot of money selling the business opportunity. So most people aren't even selling the product, they're selling the business opportunity. Another thing that makes it a pyramid scheme is when the company, right, makes a requirement for you to keep buying the product to be able to be in the community, which then in turn makes you constantly lose money where you're buying product that you really don't need. And this is why people end up with garages and cars full of product that they don't really need, but they got to keep doing it to stay qualified to earn, but they never earn because they're, going, constantly trying to go and sell the business opportunity because there's not a product there that has enough staying power that people really, really want to use. So the difference is you can, the legend is that you can have a credible network marketing company. That's why it's still here. As much as people talk about it, it's still here, right? So you can have a credible network marketing company, the legend there, right? Or affiliate marketing, anything to do in which you communicate with others and you allow others to have an opportunity to make money from a product or service that maybe is not yours, right? So, think about it for a minute. One of the biggest things we see in network marketing, think about Amazon, right? Literally, there are so many affiliates on Amazon, and I know it's a little bit different because they don't track it multi-levels and all that, but think about it, it still is network marketing. Like you tell something, you find something on Amazon, you tell a friend, you share it. Many people have started their own affiliate businesses on Amazon where they have their own link to products and they're able to send those links to people. And as people click on those products, they're able to earn money. And then some of those people end up becoming affiliates too. But Amazon doesn't keep paying you for maybe all of that, like what you would call a downline in network marketing. But it still is network marketing. But it's how you go about actually compensated. So you can say affiliate or network marketing, and sometimes people will define it based on how many levels it is, how much do you earn, is it just a product and not a business? All these different types of things. But at the end of the day, both of these have to do with actually, giving something to someone, I should say, telling someone about something that's available to them, and then getting compensated for it. So that is still the same. Like, no matter what you want to call it, it's still the same. But, affiliate marketing gets a better name because it's not so complicated, not so many levels, not all these things that feel scammy and slimy, which there is some of that goes on. This is why a lot of times people will feel better if they hear affiliate marketing versus network marketing or MLM. All right. Now, I want to talk to you about different types of multi-level marketing, okay? And I should say network marketing, right? So that's our subject today. There is hype-based network marketing. This is what I call it. So don't look this up in your dictionary, right? So there is a hype-based network marketing. And hype-based network marketing to me it's more built on events, excitement, hype. They take the few people who made some money and they dangle them in front of everybody. And you come to these events. There's a lot of events that are highly emotional, and nothing's wrong with that, but it's built on this, right? Show few success stories, dominate the experience. There is a high focus on self-help, and not that self-help is bad. I believe in people helping themselves, right? I believe in self-improvement, self-leadership. We talk about that in URCL, but there's a focus on this in terms of you need to have enough, be willing to put in enough work and to stay positive enough so that you can reach the success stories that are being shown to you. But it's done in such a way in which it almost becomes what the business is about, and that you need to be positive. You need to dream. So you feel like you're on this kind of hype thing. It's not even about what you're selling anymore. It's about the hype. Like, we're going to all be millionaires. We're going to all have vacations every week. We're going to all be positive no matter what comes up in our life, and they get you in this emotional frenzy so that you're not thinking about business and does this product really sell? Does this really help anyone? Is this something really beneficial? How do I really learn how to run a business? Like any other business you would be in, you got to focus on the business and the product and the service and being good at that. This will begin to focus on the mental side so much that people lose sight of what's really going on until one day they get upset and realize their bank account is empty, they're not making money, and the positive turns negative, right? And then a lot of people end up leaving and talking about that company. So hype-based network marketing, this is the challenge with it, right? This is the issue. And this is what people are tired of. This is what I didn't want to create. There's things about the model that I love because there's no model that I know of that allows you to give someone an opportunity to make money from the things that you've created if it really provides, something of value. Than this model. But it's all of this. This is where people harass, right? Family and friends. They get on this hype and they almost lose sight of their relationships. They don't even know, they just get so caught up in it. It's just like, whoa. It's just, and so when they talk to you, there's so much energy and telling you what you're gonna do, and you need this and that, and this is gonna change the world. And it does work in terms of getting people to these big events, and everyone's on stage and you get stories to make you cry. But at the end of the day, when you start looking at the bank account, you start wondering, what's actually going on here, right? And you think about most businesses, if they have a real business, they might have events sometime, they might talk with customers, but the bottom line is they got a product, they let people know about it, and people get the product, right? They get the service because the thing is good. And, that is what it is. A lot of these types of network marketing companies is more built on the energy of it than it is what they're actually selling and doing, right? Now, don't get me wrong. You got to have energy. Nothing wrong with excitement. Nothing wrong with motivation. I'm all about that. I motivate people too. So I'm not knocking motivation. But I'm saying when that becomes what the company is, where it is one proof of motivation and not really a ounce of substance and real things that can actually help people. This is what you want to stay away from. Now, here's another type of network marketing company. I kind of talked about it, but I call this the pyramid-based network marketing. Now, with the pyramid-based network marketing, again, what you'll notice is you got yourself here and you're a part of this, right? You're here and, you come in, you're happy, and maybe you spent, some of these are like, $2,000 to start your business, right? So you got a pretty good setup cost there to get going. Now to start a business, $2,000 to start a business is not, a big, amount of money. But a lot of these are much more, $5,000, $10,000. Let's up this a little bit. A lot of these are more, and some, get into the tens of thousands, but let's say $5,000 to set up your business, right? And then there is some sort of product. And this particular product, there is a requirement for you to make sure that you buy a certain amount of these products. So you have to spend money, right, to qualify every month, whether you need it or not, right? Then, when you look at selling the product versus finding someone else who wants the business opportunity, right? There's a big difference in the amount of money you can make. So we talked about this, a little bit of money versus a lot. So what happens is everyone starts to put their focus on the business opportunity because everyone can see the product is not really something of value. So between these two things, you buying the product yourself and you always going after people for the business opportunity, you end up building a pyramid in which everyone is just joining to try to get more people to do the business opportunity, right? And the product becomes almost irrelevant, and you yourself become the product because you also are constantly buying the product. So you start getting this pyramid to form where it's all built on the dream of making money in the business, right? And not actually a business which is supposed to be built to sell products and services. That's what it's created for. But it's a business of businesses, a business of selling the business. This is where this gets weird. This is where people start to say, and you get the bad name of a pyramid scheme, right? And you see so many people that fall into this, and when they get burned, then they say MLM is bad, network marketing is bad, blah, 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 blah. And anything they see that reminds them of it is like, oh my God, here it is again. And they get, either it was in the hype based or the pyramid based. And sometimes a lot of them, to be honest with you, are both hype and pyramid based, right? And that is just, a explosion when you get hype based with the pyramid base. And you grow these big empires, and there's a lot of money going around, but oftentimes a lot of people, aren't making the money that's being celebrated by the fabulous few, and you get a bunch of people upset and a bunch of people hurt, and everyone that they talk to, friends and family, all those social dynamics and friends and connections, you start to, people start to lose confidence in you, in your word, because it's like you actually hurt people because you convinced them to come to this thing, they lost their money, all the hype wears out, and eventually it starts to crumble layer by layer, and these businesses can explode or implode, I should say. So this is what people are tired of, right? And these are one of the things where, when I was looking for a way to create a business model that was different, that I could help people create wealth and use some of the things in this model that allows you to track things so that you could pay people for the support and the impact they have by helping tell people about what you're doing. I love that aspect about it. Like I started off earlier, like, that's awesome. But it's all this other stuff. It muddies the water. It's like it took something that was so good and messed it up and made it icky and made it feel slimy and made it feel like, I see some of these guys on stage at these events and just the way they're talking, like you don't even know, like, what is, this is kind of just a weird feeling. What is this? What am I a part of? You feel like you're inside of something that's kind of weird versus if you're on Amazon, you don't feel that way, right? You feel like I'm just an affiliate, even though you are a part of their network, but there's no, you're not going to see a lot of the tactics being used. It's like, hey, sign up, sell the stuff, we pay you. So if you could have that feel, but use some of the good in terms of the model of, like, I would love if I share some on Amazon, that Amazon tracked who then bought something else and bought something else, maybe a little bit more, few more relationships deep and paid me on that, right? If Netflix, every time I told someone about a show that I like, they tracked that person and then who that person told and who that person told and gave me a little piece of that, because it started with me, that like person 4 would have not known about it unless I told person 1, right? But business doesn't work that way. And that's one of the beauties of people paying a referral fee, is they pay you once, but then they never have to pay you again, and that's their customer for life, right? And I have businesses in which I can leverage that, and I love it. I mean, that's awesome. But when someone's willing to say, well, no, I'm going to keep paying you because of the impact that you've made and the consistent money I'm going to get from that, I mean, that is awesome. But look at all this stuff that gets in the way because of how many people have built these types of companies. And so I want to talk to you about what I feel is the new age and the next level of creating and using what I call multi-tiered affiliate marketing or value-based network marketing. Let me write those out for you. Multi-tiered affiliate marketing. This is like saying more of the affiliate type of energy. Now keep in mind, both of these are about really networking with people and referring it to someone and you getting paid for it. Now, one has a better connotation than another, but they're both about telling people about an opportunity and making money. So if people want to say affiliate is better, it's not it's not a scam. Yeah, well, but what's the difference? You're telling people about something and you're getting paid for a product that's not yours and a service that's not yours, and you're making money. Network marketing says we're going to pay you more. We're going to track it further, right? Nothing wrong with that, but it's all the stuff that goes with it, in which you end up being a part of something and you kind of lose yourself, and in the end you can get hurt. So here's the thing. This is what I have been working on, for those of you that want to know, and what I feel is the wave of the future, because we got a model that is a good model if it's used right. So multi-tiered affiliate or value-based network marketing. All right. Now, keep in mind, before I start talking about value, I want to remind you, I am the author of Who Said So, that is all about the business management philosophy that I call value-centered management. I am a lean expert that was trained in Japan, in which you learn how to center things on value and trim off everything that is waste or fat in an operation, business, or system. And so this is in me, it's ingrained in me to always think about value. Now, before I explain to you how I would see this related to using network marketing differently and what I'm actually doing and working on and why I'm so excited about the way that I'm doing things. Listen, some of you that, that have been injured by network marketing, you're tired of the games, the shams, the scams, you're tired of, all of the, all the events to get you energetic and all that is strategic how they do it. They have all these events, get you riled up, everyone's yelling in the audience. But in the end, you start wondering, but how do I really get people, grow my network and really make money, right? Because a lot of times it's built where there's just enough carrots there to keep you striving for it, but not enough where you can really break through and really get ahead, like really get ahead. So I want to explain something to you. Before I talk about the value-based network marketing, I want to talk to you about the value ladder. And you need to understand this and what is going on today. And the value ladder is something in which there is more value increasing as you go up the ladder. And also, you have the price of things is increasing as well. Now, one of the things that I want to be really clear. See, I don't like this whole dynamic of convincing you to be a part of an opportunity so you can make money. You're trying to force something down someone's throat that they don't want, that they don't need, by any means necessary. And you offend all these people. You cause people to not want to talk to you and work with you. You hurt relationships because what's at the forefront is telling you to use your energy and your positivity and your strength and grind and make sure you do all of this stuff so that you can, grow your business, right? And if you don't grow your business because you wasn't positive enough, you don't grow your business, you didn't have enough grind, you're not trying hard enough. Well, I don't want to work harder. I want to work smarter. I don't want to work hard. Now, when I say that, I want you to understand, I want to work hard on what works. I want to work hard on working smart, right? What is the benefit of working hard? What happens? Does anyone know, if you're listening to this and you're watching this, what do you get for working hard? What is guaranteed you're going to get from working hard? Well, let me explain to you. What you're going to get for sure is tired. That's what you're going to get for sure. You working hard, you're going to get tired. So the thing is, you're going to be tired and some stress if you're working hard. That's for sure. Now, if you can work hard on working smart, see, if you work hard on something that's not good, something that is not right, something that is not, ethical, something that is not going to really be able to grow and generate, something that can really create wealth, you're learning how to do the wrong things better. But if you can work hard on something that works, that's working smart. And that's what we want, right? Let's go back here. So I want you to see here at the bottom of the value ladder, we have what's called low ticket offers. And this is really used to do lead generation. This is critical. Now I'm introducing you to a whole different model. Listen, there are people making millions of dollars based on what I'm about to tell you. Millions of dollars. Some people having $1 million days, right? I'm telling you about something that is like the old world is over of bothering people and just having little house meetings and just going to events and all the rah, and then leaving there realizing your bank account still has not grown like the person they showed you on stage, right? This is the time for all of the games is over. The time for, leaving us out here by ourselves, trying to make sense of all of this stuff. And we're not able to get someone to really begin to get behind what it is we're trying to sell and do. Those days are over. We have to take these things that are of tradition that were in the front before and put them in the back. And we have to put value in the front. See, when the thing that we want to be focusing on, the best way to help people is to actually help people. It's to actually give them value, actually do something for them, right? So let's go back here. I guess I'm kind of stirred up a little bit and I'm going a little longer here on my episode here because I want to really get this across to you. So think about this. You want a low ticket offer that gives real value, right? There is so we know, let's say we have an opportunity and, our goal is to get someone here, right? Way up here. We're going to get someone here celebrating and we want them to be able to create wealth and a lot of opportunity. And I'm going to talk about this in a minute, right? We want them to be up here. But you can't start there. And a lot of network marketing is trying to get someone to buy something way up here and they don't even, they don't know you. They don't even know if what you have is good. You haven't proven yourself to them. And this is what businesses are having to do, not just network marketing. Everyone's having to understand how to do this and do it especially online. So there are ways to create low ticket offers, if not even from free to something like $7, $17, something that's of high value, and it's related, right? It's related to what you're going to ultimately want to be able to give people that can really help them. So first and foremost, if you don't have something that really helps people, that if you're not getting involved with a company that has a product or service that really gives value to people in a way that you really feel heartfelt about, that really is important to you, that you really can stand behind, that matters to you, and you want to help people in that way, then just why even do it? If it's not something that really gives a value that you can stand behind. We got to have integrity. We got to have some ethics of what we're trying to sell people. It's got to be stuff we really feel good about, right? Everyone doesn't have to feel good about it, but at least you should. If you're going to tell me about it, you should be about it, right? So here's the key. Instead of going like, hey, get this thing and I want you to buy this every month and get it on auto ship and do this and that, all of this stuff, got to give some real value that's inexpensive, right? Then we have what's called a core product offer. Now, this is something that can be a real product that can help someone with something. It's like a core product, right? So this is another key thing, that you want to be able to have core products. Then you've got what's called a premium value offer. You offer something that is of premium value. And, a lot of times there can be things, these could be things that's, $5,000, $20,000, even $50,000. And you'll be surprised if the value is real, what people will spend money on if you can give them true transformation. And it's really, I don't have time today, but, any of you that thinks that, $20,000 is a lot of money to spend on something, I challenge you to come to some of my programs and understand the difference between price and value. Nothing is about the price. It's always about the value, right? So I'm gonna ask you, if you go in the store to buy some candy, is $10,000 a lot of money? Absolutely it is. It's $10,000 a lot to buy a car though. What changed? The offer did. The level of value did. So it's never the price. It's always the value. It's always what's being offered, right? Then we get to the highest level of continuity offers. This is something continual. And this is what a lot of network marketing companies want you to do. They want to get you on auto ship. They want you buying the thing every month. If you don't spend money every month, the thing doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. So think about it. They jump right here to continuity and trying to get you to convince someone to marry you, right? That's marriage, right? I'm going to do this every month. And this is why so many network marketing companies fail and people fail, because that's a tough ask. And all businesses know this. So this is why I have spent so much time creating something different. And I want you to understand, and that's not my purpose here. I'm not here to sell you anything and to try to, of course, I would love you to be a part of what we're doing, be a part of what we're doing in our multi-tiered affiliate program, our value-based network marketing program. If you really want to make money, you want to grow, and you like what I'm saying, and you're kind of in the spirit of what I'm talking about, you don't want the other stuff, you want this type of environment, you want a founder, I'm the founder. We built all of our technology from scratch, all of our stuff we have done, right? I've been in business for over 2 decades. And so, I didn't start yesterday. Like, I'm not telling you about something someone else is doing. I'm telling you about what I'm doing and what I've done and the real team. I'm sitting in my headquarters right now, right? In a 7,000 square foot building, right? That is expanding to 14,000 square feet. And this is real. I have real responsibilities to a company, okay? So I want you to understand, to me, the ideal situation, and this is what got me so excited about what we're creating, is, number one, what I think is so critical is we need products that are digital, right? The reason I love digital and more subscription-based digital products is because you don't have boxes, stuff being shipped to you, more cost. Because network marketing companies have to ship boxes and lotions and drinks and all of that, their cost is higher, so they price all their products super high, right? So that they can pay everybody, and then it still doesn't, it's hard to get money to everybody, right? If you can use a product that delivers real value with low overhead, you can pay the people more. So that was something I said, I want digital products, right? Another thing is, no money earned from the business opportunity. This is very important to me. You know why? Because this basically tells everyone, head forward, straight up, this is not a pyramid scheme. Because you don't make nothing from telling someone about the business opportunity. How about that? So let's just close all that down. You say, well, pyramid opportunity, you're selling the business opportunity more than you are the product. And there's a ratio between, are you selling more of the product? Are you making more from the product than you are on the business opportunity, and you're doing this little dance? Well, how about we just throw that part of the dance away? Forget all that. No money made from selling the business opportunity. Everybody makes money from the product, right? From real value that we give people, real value. And, giving real value then means that we have a value-based network marketing opportunity in which you only make money from giving someone value. Not getting them hyped up about making millions of dollars overnight, not trying to make them buy something they don't even need, right? So very critical. No money earned from the business opportunity itself. Now, if you have people, of course, that join because of you and they sell products to people, you will make money from the products they sold. That still is true from people. So if you do have more people to come in, you make money from it. But it's not simply because you got a person to do the business opportunity. That's where you get into pyramid schemes, right? Simple compensation model. One thing I notice about all of these different things out there that are created, the compensation models are so hard to understand because there's so much that they're doing with the math to make sure the money goes a certain way, right? I've actually built these models, so I know, and I've studied, even what I was recommended to do. I said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the traditional. So I have a whole different approach. Now, we still, you're still going to have structure, still going to be some sort of model, but to make sure that it's pretty straightforward. Like, these are the percentages when you sell these things and you make money. You can get, this for doing this and get this for doing that. And that's very important. Another thing is, I love that we have high value products. High value products. So what do I mean by high value? So there are different levels of value. What you make from your muscle can only make you so much money, right? That's working with your hands. There's only so much you can do with muscle because your money is tied to time, how much physical work you can do. Then there's money made when you start to get to the higher level of value of management, right? You can manage others, so more money can be made. You can be an executive in a company and make more money. You get to where you have the skills of delivering value with your mouth, or you're able to sell, you can sing, you can speak. There's going to be more money. You can make millions of dollars, right? But when you get to the highest level of the mind, here's where you can make billions, right? Billions of dollars with the mind, the inventors, the people who can think. So what I love about what we're doing is our products, because a lot of them have to do with, coaching programs and resources and tools that actually educate your mind on what to do so you can actually go generate real results, related to health, wealth, and happiness. I love that because these are things that give you the most results in life. Getting your mind right is the first thing you have to do. Then you have to develop skill sets, and you start getting these different skill sets because you have the right mindset. And then if we give you a tool set that you can use to build, then you start to create something that really creates enormous wealth, creates more liberty and freedom in terms of your life and time, and is going to actually keep you in a state of being happy. Because a lot of times when your health and your wealth is right, you can be more happy, right? It's connected between health, wealth, and happiness. So essentially what I've done is, what if you could take the network marketing model and build it around this value ladder that I just explained here, right? Where instead of you going to create a low ticket offer, a core product offer, a premium offer, a continuity offer, what if there's already that created for you? And all of it is based on real value that you give to individuals, because someone who wants this valuable asset, whatever it is, before you jump to, joining this whole thing, look, I'm going to give you some value here, and you're going to give them something. We have a way of tracking that, and we ascend them up the value ladder. And this is not a ladder. It's not a scheme ladder. It's not a money-making ladder. It's a value ladder, meaning if they climb the ladder, they get more value, more results, more of the outcome they want. We should be intoxicated with overwhelming people with value, giving them real results, giving them outcomes that improve their life. And if we're giving people real value, then now we're not doing what people think sales is, when you're convincing someone to get something they don't want because you're convincing them for your own purposes and your own reasons. Instead, we're doing what real sales is supposed to be, which is persuading someone to understand that you have something that they really want. And once you do that, that is totally different. Don't let anyone tell you that they hate sales. And don't ever you say you hate sales. You don't hate sales. Everything that you have is based on sales. Everything you're wearing, everything that you have in life, someone sold it to you. What you hate is someone convincing you to get something that you don't need for their purposes. But you love someone telling you about something you do need for your purposes. And so we should value-based network marketing, multi-tiered affiliate marketing is about really talking to the people who value that particular thing and moving them up an ascension of the value that they actually want and being compensated all along the journey until they're in that continuity space and you're just making passive income. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're doing. You keep being the CEO of your life and make sure that you keep fighting for all of the health, wealth, and happiness that you can get in this life by realizing every day you make an executive decision of who you are and who you want to become. I'll see you next time.